Hello students, class 9, social science, economics, chapter 1, very important, and the chapter basic concept of economics. Then general definition of economics. The study of the financial activities of an individual as a part of society is known as economics. What is economics? Generally it is said it is the study of financial activities. Whose financial activities? An individual's financial activities, and it is individuals financial activities is a part of society. We cannot separate ourselves as a worker from society. We will produce, we will do the work the society needs. Therefore this definition generally, and the word economics has been derived from the Greek word oikonomia. Oikos means uh, uh, family, and nomos means rule. Then so it means the rules which directs how to run a family, the rules that guide us to run a family is called you see economics. Then a Greek word oikonomia, oikos, nomos, family, rule, the rule that guides us to the rules that guide us to run a family is economics. Next is uh, what is the necessity of economics? Why economics is important? Why the study of economics is important? This is one question, very important question, and broad answer type question. Then you see, first one, uh, a healthy democracy needs civic consciousness of the people. People should know, uh, should have civic consciousness. They are the taxpayers. In a democracy, people are the taxpayers, and revenue collection is done by the government, and it is spent on the welfare of the people. Therefore it is the people, the citizens should be conscious regarding the collection of you see revenue, and how it is spent, whether it is spent judiciously or not. People should know it. Whether next one is uh, necessity number of social reformers. uh, Poverty is an economic as socio-economic problem, social problem and economic problem. Therefore a social reformer should know the causes of poverty, what the government is doing for the eradication of poverty, what are the you see solution for the eradication of poverty. These things are to be known to a social reformer. Therefore it is necessary to read a person to read for a, it is necessary for a person to read economics. Necessity. Next is conscious customers. As a conscious customers, you should know the you see cost price of a commodity, the selling price of a commodity, what is the causes behind inflation, whether it is artificial inflation or you see originated out of the you see shortage of supply. Then these things is taught in are taught in economics. Therefore it is necessary. Next is globalization, whether globalization is good for a country like India or not. What are the merits and demerits of globalization? We should know as a conscious citizens. Therefore the study of you see economics is necessary. Next, economic development. What is economic development? What is economic growth? Both are same or different? If there is economic growth of the country, uh, if there is economic growth, will there be economic development? If it is like that, these things should be known. And next is environmental economics. In modern times, irrational industrialization of the world has created endangered environment, has created a question mark on the existence of this environment and existence of all living beings on this earth. Therefore, economics teaches environmental economics. So we should know economics. Next, definition. Uh, uh, Adam Smith is known as the father of economics. Adam Smith is known as the father of economics, and he defined economics as a science of wealth. He said that economics is the science of wealth. Economics is the science of wealth. Therefore, people thought that economic is concerned with the you see investment, making profit, and making money. Therefore, people, the industrialists neglected the facilities that should be given to the working class. You see, Adam Smith did not give importance to human beings in his definition. Therefore, Carlyle and Ruskin criticized it severely, and they called it Gospel of Mammon. Gospel of Mammon. And somebody also called it dismal science. Dismal science, kharab science. If it does not give, if economics does not give importance to people, human beings, it is a dismal science. And he gave this definition in his book An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations, that was published in 1776. Very important. Next, Alfred Marshall gave definition in Alfred Marshall gave definition in 1890, and in his book, the name of the book was Principles of Economics. He defined economics according to Alfred Marshall, economics is the study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. Very simple definition, but it mankind and human activities. It studies mankind and it studies human activities. Therefore, this importance, this you see definition is to some extent good definition, but it is also not beyond criticism. People say that Marshall, Alfred Marshall, give importance to the welfare derived from material goods. He did not say anything in his definition about the welfare that comes from non-material goods. Material goods, just as all the commodities that are sold and purchased, and non-material goods, teaching skill of a teacher, the skill of a doctor, the expertise of an engineer, these things were not given weightage. And he also told every production, every good does not bring you see welfare to the society, just as production of wine, production of cigarette, they are in economic activities, but ultimately they are harmful for the society. Next, Lionel Robbins defined economics in 1932 in his book An Essay on the Nature and Significance of Economic Science. It was published in 1932, and he defined economics. It is like that. Economics is the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternative usage. Economics is the study of economics studies human behavior, number one, and it studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means. We have endless desire. Our wants are unlimited, but to satisfy those wants, the resources we have are limited. Therefore, third point is the resources that we have, they have alternative use. Suppose a person has 50 rupees and three works he can do. He can buy a copy, he can buy a pen, he can have breakfast. He is going to appear in the examination. Uh, uh, Therefore, what he will do? From 50 rupees, what he will do? And if he is to do only one thing, he will take breakfast, spend 50 rupees, then he will avoid these two things. If he buy a pen, he will not take breakfast, he will not buy a copy, and he is going to appear in the examination. What will happen then? He will prefer to spend the money on pen, because this is the important thing at that time, and the resource 50 rupees can be used on different, they have alternate use, but which one is important? As the person is going to appear in the examination, he needs a pen, he will go there. That is most important. Therefore, next, Samuelson and Nordus, he also defined, uh, both of them also defined uh, economics. They said, you see, he combined the concept and scarcity and efficiency. If we have limited resource, we should use them efficiently to get maximum satisfaction. This is his combination. Both of them, Samuelson and Nordus, they said, according to them, accepting the reality of the existence of scarcity, the efficient use of resources by the society to produce valuable commodities form the subject matter of economics. This is their definition. They combine, you see, scarcity and you see, efficiency. If we have limited resources, then what we should do? We should use the resources in an efficient manner so that we can get maximum satisfaction. This is Nordus and Samuelson and Nordus. थैंक यू. ये वीडियो समझ में आएगा, क्वेश्चन आंसर दिया जा चुका है, आप वीडियो को समझिए. इससे बहुत सारे शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन आएंगे, फादर ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स, नेम्स ऑफ द बुक. तो इसको वीडियो को भी सुनना है, किताब पढ़ना है, नोट्स को प्रिपेयर करना है. थैंक यू. हैव ए नाइस टाइम.